like all those Tears of the Kingdom players putting rockets on Koroks, we're rocketing our way through the news this week. How are you doing, Slade?
Pretty good, and I think they're actually sticking them to crucifixes more than
God, people fucking hate the Koroks, but one thing they don't hate, Slade, is Tears of the Kingdom.
That's right. In 3 days, it has already surpassed 10 million units sold to absolutely nobody's surprise, but we figured we'd cover it here on the channel anyway.
Yeah.
New Zelda game selling buku bucks. Who would have thought?
Well, it is making history. It is the fastest selling game in the history of the Zelda series, which should not shock anybody.
No, I think the only competition really has for the title was Breath of the Wild itself.
Yeah.
Considering I think most of the other Zeldas never really surpassed 5 to 10 million.
Yeah.
So, pretty impressive stuff from Tears of the Kingdom. And as somebody who's playing it myself, I think it's every bit the hype that people would say it is. So, a lot of fun with it. But let's go ahead and go into our next Nintendo news. I have a fantastic announcement.
Do you, Slade?
May 24th. We are getting Pokemon Home with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Oh, hell yeah. As you can see on the chart, you can transfer Mons to and from Scarlet and Violet, to and from Legends Arceus, to and from Sword and Shield, to from Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, blah, 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 Bank, RIP 3DS. But yeah, great news. Fucking about goddamn time.
That is what we would be saying if we didn't get a tweet yesterday. We put the cart before the Mudsdale. It turns out that the announcement was a mistake.
No fucking way.
Considering that this was supposed to come out all the way back in February.
Yeah.
The fact that they announced it and then they're like, oh, sorry, never mind, is just absolutely baffling news. I mean,
I'm going to say this. Pokemon Home subscribers keep taking L's. They keep taking L's.
At this point, Game Freak and the Pokemon Company stay losing.
Yeah.
It's one thing where, like, you have something that's delayed multiple months that you've been promising. Then they do announce it, and then literally like, "Oops, sorry, but no."
Like that's what gets me. That's what gets me, man. You announce it, and then what? And then literally, probably not even 24 hours later, or barely 24 hours later, it's like SIKE. It's like that one meme of the dude with the peace sign vanishing. Like this never happened.
Oh yeah, and we still don't know when it's coming out. So, yeah, what an absolute shit show. Pardon my French, but
pardon your...
that's not the only shit show we got going on.
No, we got a minor shit show real quick. Pac-Man 99. I don't know if you've ever heard of this game. It was one of the NSO free things you could get. With it, you get access to Pac-Man 99. That's shutting down. August 8th, the paid custom themes will be discontinued. On September 8th, sales of the deluxe pack and the mode unlock will be discontinued. And on October 8th, the online servers will be taken down and distribution will be taken down. If you bought it, you can still play it offline with the offline modes if you bought the offline DLC. But this is not the big shit show we're referring to. Just wanted to passively mention this.
Yeah, but I was actually kind of out of left field.
The bigger shit show is Overwatch 2.
Yeah, so Blizzard cancels Overwatch 2 PvE mode after a literal year of promising it, and then half a year promising it once the game officially released.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, so earlier this week in a developer live stream that shared the rest of the Overwatch 2023 roadmap, game director Aaron Keller and executive producer Jared Newis made the shock announcement the highly anticipated Hero Mode, one part of the game's PvE content, which was going to be the big story-based, big PvE mode that all the Overwatch fans were looking forward to, and B was the basic premise of fucking Overwatch 2 being Overwatch 2, by the way, has been scrapped. And it
Yeah,
was
so really what we have on our hands now is just a reskinned Overwatch 1, except you're having to rebuy all of your fucking characters and skins and all that shit. This is all disgusting and terrible.
yeah, like like Overwatch 2 is basically Overwatch with a new monetary scheme, and yeah, you have to essentially pay the price of Overwatch 1 for 2 fucking skins.
Yeah, at this point, I don't know why anybody buys ActiBlizz like stuff. It's just the whole company is just straight up embarrassing.
Yeah, Keller said development was the scope was growing too big, so scope creep. I think I mentioned something about scope creep last fucking week, by the way.
I do recall that.
Yeah, but yeah, it grew too big. Quote, we were trying to do too many things at once and we lost focus. He wrote, we had an exciting but gargantuan vision, and we were continuously pulling resources away from the live game in an attempt to realize it. Yeah, no fucking shit! That's why Overwatch 1 died the way it did for a while. Because even you have to admit, Overwatch 1, like, I want to say, like, 2016, 2017, maybe 2018, the game was huge on the internet. It was huge in the cultural zeitgeist. And then look what happened to it. Overwatch 2 fucking happened. So the PvE content is basically going to be like it was in Overwatch 1, except it's in Overwatch 2. What are your thoughts on this in general, Slade?
I mean, I could voice it till the cows come home. This is absolutely scummy and terrible from ActiBlizz. The entire reason they set out to make Overwatch 2 and they canceled updates for the first Overwatch was for this PvE mode.
Yeah.
That they're now canceling. Let's be real. What do we have left of Overwatch 2 at this point? What is Overwatch 2?
5v5.
5v5.
Yeah.
That is what your money paid for.
Yeah. Yeah, which...
That is exactly everything that your money paid for. They removed one tank and made it 5v5.
God, like, if they wanted to do 5v5, I think it should have been a separate, like, queue mode or something. It should have been a separate mode from the 6v6, because Overwatch teams had to boot somebody out, had to boot a poor soul out. Maybe the poor souls that got booted out ended up forming their own Overwatch squads, but still sucked. Obviously, Overwatch is now free to play, which of course has a battle pass, which I fucking hate. But and maybe I'm going a little bit conspiratory with this. Maybe this was part of why Jeff Kaplan left. Who knows? Maybe that's just me being wild, but this could be a reason why Jeff Kaplan left a while ago, and maybe we're just now finding out, hey, they're officially announcing it, but it's been canceled for a while. Maybe, but oh, jeez, I feel bad for the Overwatch.
Surprise, but I do feel bad, for the Overwatch fans, because it's one of those things where, at this point, what was even the point of releasing Overwatch 2? When they reused all their assets from the first Overwatch, and almost nothing is unique or original besides the new characters they added. I think they could have just added to Overwatch 1.
I think maybe it's a different, like, an updated engine, I think.
No, it's the same ship, Byron. I've played both. It's the same.
Oh, it's the same. It's the same engine. Oh, that's crazy.
Literally, it's the same game.
Yeah. Overwatch 2 is just chop off a team member, make it free to play, and charge up the ass for costumes. Oh, lordy. Oh, but Slade, there's stuff to get excited about, though, man. There's stuff to get excited about, including Mortal Kombat 1? Yeah, that's right. Mortal Kombat. It's rebooted into Mortal Kombat 1, and it's coming out September 19th. Just a few months after Street Fighter 6. So
that is correct. Joining in on the fighting game craze, and I think this was actually leaked, about a year back that this would be coming. So.
Well, no, okay, no. We found out about this game a few months ago from an investor call.
Well, yeah, we found out from an investor call,
Yeah.
but even before then,
Yeah.
it was like
It was
leaked.
one of the worst kept secrets in gaming this side of
Yeah,
Silk
we
Song.
all knew this shit was coming, right?
Yeah.
One thing that got leaked, if Byron doesn't mention we talked about on the channel, is we also got somewhat of a roster leak for the game as well.
Oh, I didn't see it, but I heard the quote combat pass got leaked, so I heard about it.
Two of those characters headlining it are Homelander from fucking I guess it's just called Homelander, right?
Yeah.
And Omni-Man from The Invincible.
Ah, the fucking thick
Absolutely
memes.
insane lineup right there. You got two Superman kind of ripoffs, but not really.
Yeah.
I personally think Omni-Man's more of a Saiyan ripoff
Yeah.
as a Viltrum or whatever, but either way, I think that's pretty cool that they got more IP coming to Mortal Kombat.
And a big thing, a big change with Mortal Kombat 1. This is I guess a pseudo reboot, you could say. This is going to be an assist fighter game a la MVC1 with cameo fighters. Choose from a unique roster of cameo fighting partners to assist you in battle. Yeah, I never thought I'd see assist-based Mortal Kombat, but here we are, Slade. Here we are.
I kind of figured they're throwing every gimmick at the wall that they can get to stick at this point to kind of keep up with the... Yeah, these games don't sell in Japan, so they have a much smaller audience to sell these games to, right?
Yeah.
But, no, I think it's going to be pretty interesting to see what Mortal Kombat is going to do. So,
yeah, we've got...
Can't wait to see that.
Yeah, we've got a pre-order exclusive, because fucking course there is, in Shang Tsung. Yes, this game will be $70 fucking dollars. Let's go to the FAQ, who's developing it, who's publishing it, blah, blah, blah. Mortal Kombat 1 will have an early access. It is going to be on Switch. Fun fact. It will be on the Nintendo Switch. Fun fact.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Not really sure how that's going to run very well.
Yeah, apparently it is being developed in, a bit outsourced, but still with, like, the oversight of NetherRealm. The Switch version is being developed by Shiver Entertainment and Saber Interactive are developing the Switch version. QLOC is developing the Steam and Epic versions, and then NetherRealms are developing the console versions. But yeah, it's going to be $70. Internet connection's not required to play. I would assume there's rollback netcode, but they haven't mentioned that yet.
Yeah, NetherRealm Studios NRS is actually pretty damn good when it comes to rollback netcode, so I think at that point it's a given. I would hope so, anyway.
Yeah, it feels more and more like it's becoming the standard, unlike a certain other fucking major fighting game, but I can fucking talk about that on this episode.
Alright, so a few more announcements going. Five Nights at Freddy's is releasing a movie following up on the video game movies trend.
That's right, from Blumhouse. Yeah. This game is a shocker to me this week. Like, we're getting so many video game movies. We talked about there being a Minecraft movie. We got the Sonic movie. We got the Mario movie. Heard talks, Miyamoto, or no, not Miyamoto. The Zelda developers want a Zelda movie. We're getting a FNAF movie in October. What's going on here? It's great, but what's going on here? This is the year, Slade, of the video game movie.
Yeah, I would say I think the first Sonic movie, as well as Detective Pikachu, kind of just showed everybody that in the industry that, hey, when video game movies are done well, then people will, pay to go watch those. It's not like the nightmare scenarios of the original Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Look, I will admit, I recently watched that. It's one of those you have a laugh watching it with friends type of movie. You know what I call those movies? So bad that they're good. Yeah, the so bad it's good movies. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's unironically good.
Yeah, but hopefully this is a good movie especially for the FNAF fans, because it's like a cartoony horror, which is interesting, and it is funny. It is coming out in October, of course. Had to. But yeah, it joins the slate. Minecraft, Street Fighter, Mario Brothers. Did Sonic 2 come out this year as well, or no? Or am I thinking last year?
I think that was last year.
Last year, but
yeah.
still, what a slate of video game movies coming up. Speaking of slate of games coming up, PlayStation. We have a showcase. Finally, we have a PlayStation showcase.
It feels like it's been 84 years.
Yeah, it's been, I think, at least a year and a half. But yeah, we got a PlayStation showcase on Wednesday, May 24th, 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern. A wealth of new games and IP are heading to PS5 and PSVR 2. The show will run a bit over an hour, focusing on PS5 and PSVR 2 games in development from top studios around the world. Expect a glimpse of several new creations, as well as spellbinding games. So,
yep. So this is our PlayStation E3 conference at home, everybody. So
yeah,
definitely looking forward to an hour-long presentation of games. Hoping there's not a whole lot of VR2 games, because I'm going to be real with you, I don't really care about those.
Yeah, and it seems like a lot of people don't really care about PSVR 2, but yeah, look out for that episode, probably late Wednesday night, Thursday potentially, from us. When this...
Yeah, we'll definitely try to react to that the same night that it comes out.
Yeah,
we're both looking forward to covering it. So.
Yeah, because it's been a hot minute, and it's like Nintendo, kind of. It's a barren library right now for PlayStation. For PlayStation, all we have is Wolverine is coming soon-ish at some point. Spider-Man 2 is coming out this year, but we don't know when. And then we have The Last of Us Factions. That's about it for what we know in the near future. So hopefully this gives us some hope. I would say Ape Escape, please, but I know that franchise is dead.
Keep dreaming, buddy.
Yeah,
Ape Escape, Crash, not Crash. I guess Crash at this point.
Yeah,
Rayman.
Yeah, Rayman.
We'll just keep dreaming.
God, I have to dig in the platformer graveyard, man. It's so bad. But yeah, excited for that. We will be covering that, of course, ASAP. So expect a bonus midweek episode on the PlayStation showcase. And finally, Slade, our biggest story of the week. I hate that we keep talking about this. I want this to be over, but it ain't over because Microsoft scored a couple of big W's. First, from the European Commission, the Activision Blizzard King merger has been approved, subject to conditions. So
that is correct. So both the European Commission, the EC, also as a Chinese commission, I actually don't know what they're called, have both agreed and approved the Xbox acquisition of ActiBlizz King.
Yeah, so Europe outlined that, Microsoft, the European Commission found that Microsoft would have no incentive to refuse to distribute Activision's games to Sony, which makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Nobody's buying Xboxes. Like, actually.
Well, yeah, it's like a 2-to-1 right now between PlayStations and Xboxes, which sucks. And of course we talked, I think, very briefly about the Phil Spencer. No, I don't think we did. Phil Spencer did.
Yeah, we didn't cover the shit show that was Phil Spencer's comment on Redfall, which I guess we could talk about afterwards.
Yeah, we could talk briefly about that, but yeah, obviously makes sense. Look at what Microsoft did with Minecraft. They didn't pull it from PlayStation platforms. They didn't pull it from Nintendo platforms. They didn't pull it from PC. No, and I think it would be the same case with Call of Duty, because it's a franchise that's too big to be exclusive. In my opinion, anyways.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I think it's like the Minecraft situation where Microsoft wants the game to be on other platforms just because they want the money.
Yeah, they would.
Like, let's be real.
They would make the money. And even if Microsoft did decide to withdraw Activision games from the PlayStation, this would not significantly harm competition in the console markets. Even if Call of Duty is largely played on console, it is less popular in the EEA than in other regions of the world, and is less popular in the EEA within its genre compared to other markets. Therefore, even without being able to offer this specific game, Sony could leverage its size, extensive game catalog, and market position to fend off any attempt to weaken its competitive position, which I agree with.
I 100% agree. I mean, what exclusives is Microsoft competing with? Halo?
Yeah, we went from talking about multiverses as our thing to kicking the Halo dead horse as our thing now.
That's my thing, anyways.
Yeah, god damn. God.
Like, seriously, what exclusive does Microsoft have to compete with the likes of God of War or the Last of Us series or Uncharted?
Starfield?
Like Starfield? Like, yeah, we'll see.
Redfall? Yeah, Redfall. Psychonauts 2. Actually, no. Psychonauts is too niche, sadly. It's a very fun platformer game.
It's not close. No, it's not close.
It's not close. Even without this transaction, Activision would not have made its games available for multi-game subscription services, which I'm pretty sure Bobby Kotick has said in the past before. So yes, Activision would 100% not put their games on like Amazon Luna, Stadia when it was around, GeForce Now, etc. Because they make too much money on a game sale and the microtransactions. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. The acquisition would harm competition in the distribution of pizza and console games via that service, an innovative market segment that could transform. Despite its potential, cloud game streaming is very limited today. The commission found that the popularity of Activision's games could promote its growth. Instead, if Microsoft made Activision's games exclusive to its own game streaming service, Game Pass Ultimate, and withheld them from rival cloud game stream providers, it would reduce competition in the distribution of games via cloud game streaming, which I believe that is in agreement with what the CMA said, which is true, I would say. I don't know what you would think of that, Slade.
I'm inclined to agree.
Yeah. But the proposed remedies are as follows. A free license to consumers in the EEA that would allow them to stream via any cloud game streaming service of their choice, all current and future Activision Blizzard PC and console games for which they have a license. A corresponding free license to cloud game streaming service providers to allow EEA-based gamers to stream any Activision Blizzard PC console games. And yeah, that's the conclusion they came to. The 10-year thing, that's probably their agreement. Maybe they'll extend it longer, but yeah, that's basically what the EU said, which they have one point where they agree with the CMA and their thoughts, which is obviously on cloud market. But even they say the cloud game streaming is very limited today. Because guess what? A lot of places don't have the internet infrastructure for cloud gaming. And they won't for a long ass time. Probably even for the 10 years that Microsoft kept proposing to everybody. 10-year deals. But yeah, so what do you think happens now? Because we talked that the deal is dead, or that we thought the deal was dead with the CMA, but we have approvals from two other pretty big markets in Europe and China. So what are your thoughts on this whole thing now, Slade?
Well, again, they're not going to go through with this deal if they can't get support in either the US or the UK.
Yeah,
and
which
to me, I still think, because a lot of people think the deal's dead in the water, I actually think it's still a little bit of an inevitability, because again, I feel like Microsoft just has a lot of money they can throw at the problem. And eventually I think that money is going to win through for them.
Like, I think Microsoft whoops the FTC's ass in court. I think that the CMA
money's going to be the reason why that happens. So.
Well, yeah, and the CMA I think is going to be the wild card, because obviously Microsoft is going to try to approve it. In July, apparently there is set to be a renegotiation for the deal between Microsoft and Activision Blizzard. Maybe Activision ups the price and Microsoft says, nah, we're fucking out of here. I think that's a real possibility. I think that's a very real possibility here. But
oh, yeah.
God, I just want this deal to I don't care whether it goes through or not. I just want it to be over with. I kind of want to stop talking about this, but we can't because it keeps coming up.
Yeah, like I said, this ActiBlizz Microsoft deal, grab your popcorn, everybody, because this shit show is far from over.
Yeah, grab your popcorn, grab your popcorn gifts, grab your Reese's covered popcorn. Apparently, that's a thing that exists.
Wow, really?
Yeah, that I like Reese's peanut butter cups, but that even sounds kind of gross to me.
I mean, here we come, diabetes.
All aboard the diabetes train. But yeah, like Microsoft kind of needed these W's after the after basically they admitted they will forever be in third place in the console market and the disaster that is Redfall and everything riding on Starfield to have any kind of momentum for Xbox.
I mean, I think the expectations being placed on Starfield, especially considering how everything else for Microsoft in terms of first party lately has just absolutely flopped for one reason or another. Like,
yeah, like
they're pretty scary territory right now.
Yeah, like that. I think the expectations for both Starfield and this upcoming showcase are going to be pretty high.
Yeah, I would definitely say that. It kind of reminds me of the Wii U days for Nintendo when we were like, Nintendo can't survive without third-party support. Turns out we were talking about Microsoft the whole time. Who knew?
Yeah. Yeah, who fucking knew? But yeah, again, we're getting ready. It's that time of the year, these couple of weeks. We probably won't hear anything from Nintendo, but Sony and Microsoft, yeah, we got stuff from them. Jeff Keighley will deliver whatever. But
and who knows? Maybe we do get that direct announcement in the next few weeks.
Maybe.
But for now, this has been Slade.
And this has been Byron. Drink up and drink some water. No alcohol. Drink some water and hope y'all have a good day. Good night and goodbye.